According to geopolitical analyst Brandon Weichert, a third world war is likely to break out in the Middle East, and the United States may not be prepared for it. Weichert has long believed that Iran, with the support of its allies in Moscow and Beijing, will be the cause of a new world war, rather than Ukraine or Taiwan. In an interview with Express, Weichert stated that the current situation is evidence of his predictions becoming a reality. Dear viewers, Slant News TV is currently striving to attain its initial 1,000 subscribers. We appeal to you to wholeheartedly support us by subscribing to our channel. It has been my contention for several years now that the threat of World War III will come not from either Ukraine or Taiwan, but it will emanate from an Iran that is empowered by its allies in Beijing and Moscow. That is precisely what is happening, Weichert said. Weichert further warned that the United States may find itself unprepared to respond to Iran's threat, especially as it deals with Russian and Chinese aggression in Ukraine and Taiwan, respectively. He criticized the notion of the US accepting a nuclear-armed Iran as a means of balancing against Israel and Saudi Arabia, calling it a recipe for disaster that would only increase conflict rather than deter it. Not only will this ensure greater conflict rather than deter it, but it will likely also suck the US into an actual World War III scenario at precisely the moment it does not have the capability, resources, or will, let alone leadership, to achieve victory in such a conflict, Weichert said. These warnings come in light of recent reports that Iran is in advanced secret talks with China and Russia to obtain ammonium perchlorate, the main component of ballistic missiles. Tehran has also been accused of supplying Russia with kamikaze drones for use in the conflict in Ukraine, and providing the necessary technology for Russia to manufacture the drones domestically. Prior to the talks, Iran was accused of supplying Russia with kamikaze drones to use in the war in Ukraine. Tehran has also been accused of transferring technology to Moscow to help it manufacture the drones on Russian soil. In summary, Weichert believes that the US should not ignore the threat posed by Iran and its allies, and should take necessary measures to prepare for a potential world war. The US must recognize that accepting a nuclear-armed Iran is not a solution to prevent conflict, but rather a recipe for disaster that could lead to a greater conflict and a potential World War III.